Good morning, everybody. Afternoon, evening. Yeah, I'm kind of filming this pretty early. It's about 7:10 a.m. on Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. Got to do the legalities. Remember, I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient psychic, so everything is entertainment purposes only. The disclaimer's down in the box, along with the information if you want to shoot me an email for a private reading, along with the, if you want to buy me a cream soda or the tip jar. And it's, so all that information is down there. Uh, so let's just get going. Tomorrow I will be putting up on the community page the schedule for August because, yeah, I will be packing up everything here to be relocating, so I'm only going to be doing readings for the first couple of weeks of August, and then I'll be able to squeeze some in the last 2 weeks, getting things packed up out the door, this place cleaned up before I flip the keys over, and then like the first week of September will most likely be spent unpacking at the new place. So yeah, having to slow down a little bit on the private readings just because my time will be occupied with other stuff. Yeah, we've got a lot of things are really happening in the UK right now. These idiots, this just no oil idiot crap. I mean, they went after Gatwick Airport, what, day before yesterday, and now they're basically going after Heathrow Airport. I mean, these people are like literally buying airline tickets so they can get past security to cause havoc or get into the security lines and stop people from progressing. And I'm like, why aren't the people at the UK airports catching these idiots carrying in their stupid orange paint? Here in the States, I know our security at airports, it's kind of annoying, but if you're coming in with a bottle of water and like this is a 16 ounce, 17 ounce bottle, if it's, even though they know that it's been opened and you take a swig from it, they're like, nope, you got to dump it. You only are allowed 3 ounces of liquid through security, unless the one thing that's allowed is contact lens solution. But make sure you have the smaller bottles. Yeah, because that's considered a medical thing, medical aid, or if you have to take certain prescription medication with you that's a liquid, they allow containers of more than 3 ounces. Like some people have a special type of mouthwash they have to use. So, because that's a prescription only, they'll let that through. Now, they've also made the announcements they arrested and tried the guy, and now he's sitting in, they're parking him in solitary confinement. Is that Anjem Chowdhury? I mean, he's a radical Muslim. And he's part of the group that helps to organize the nasty stuff. Remember back in the 70s and stuff, the Irish Republican Army did a lot of things in the UK that wasn't too nice. I know I've got scars on my arm from when something went boom in a garbage can in Regent's Park. But these guys are going to a total other extreme, and it's just disgusting. But they finally locked up this dude, and that's a good thing. And they parked him in solitary confinement, but they did release Tommy Robinson out on bail, which is a good thing. Last night it was like a rough night sleeping because of stuff. Yeah, physical therapy, which means I was dealing with some residual discomfort after they were moving stuff around. We've got to get my foot right now, I've got about, I can bend it like about a 40% angle, and we have to get it to a full 90%. So I had some residual discomfort from that. So here I am channel surfing. And I said, okay, let me put in the couple titles in all the search engines to see if I can find Tommy Robinson's documentaries and stuff. And I have the Roku box. Nothing showed up. Nothing. So I guess I'll have to watch it on Elon's platform. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I know the people that run Roku and Comcast. Well, I know Comcast is, it's not my favorite TV internet provider because they actually own NBC Universal. And through the trickle-down effect, Comcast condones the discrimination of women, and they condone what certain trade unions have done to women in film and TV production. So why should I spend any money and give them money, because they don't, Comcast does not support women. They condone the horrible behavior on their TV shows, so they haven't done anything to prevent it, and they are still allowing that to happen. So if you have Comcast, honestly, I would really give it serious thought before you renew your contract with them. Okay. Now we've got, we most of us have now heard about that guy, that 17-year-old in Southport, Merseyside area of the Liverpool metro area. I guess there was a dance yoga class being held for little girls from like 6 to 12, your tweens and stuff. And this guy walked into the place where the class was being held, and it was a Taylor Swift dance yoga thing. And he went batshit crazy with a knife. Well, they do know that it's like a third little girl passed away. One was 6, one was 7, one was 9. The 2 adult instructors were injured, along with 5 other little girls. I mean, those people are still in intensive care as of now. I mean, it's 7:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. And there's the only information that they're saying is that the 17-year-old was born in Cardiff, but that's it. What are they hiding from the general public? Who and what is this kid that did this? What kind of, did he use a basic kitchen knife that he can purchase at like Marks and Spencer's? Or any other store that carries kitchen gear? This incident, yeah, it's like in the UK, you're not supposed to be able to own a pow pow. But if more and more people come walking in like these with knives, the best defense now is for people to be able to carry something that will stop that dude and stop those people in their tracks. I mean, just to aim for the groin area. Yeah. If they, at least then they won't be able to reproduce. Definitely. I mean, if somebody comes at me with a knife, I do have the means to protect myself, but hey, things have got to change. And the people here in the States, they say, oh, we want to get rid of the pow pows, but just look, folks. Look what happens in England when they did that. These idiots now use a blade. But of course, the donkeys, they're on their own planet. And now it's people are coming out and they're finding that there's been a lot of stuff dumped in social media via they're blaming it on the Islamic Republic. Well, yeah, they're the ones that are they're the ones who are committing the acts against anyone who doesn't pray 5 times a day. And we know that, yeah, Hezbollah has been shooting rockets southbound into Israel. Well, of course, our current regime is run by Barry, and Barry's a Muslim. So Barry is not going to do anything to protect anyone who's not praying 5 times a day. And some people are looking at Cami Poop as the great hope for America, but because of her behavior and her stance and just the fact that she's a woman, all this stuff is like the radical Islamics. Soon as if she allegedly wins the November job interview, she would be like one of the first people that they take out, bury up to her neck, and then start throwing rocks at her head. That's the misogynistic ideology of these people. And again, I got some idiot contacting me, oh, reach out I use Telegram. And I'm like, no. Read the terms and conditions. Telegram, their servers are based in the United Arab Emirates. And that's the bank for Iran and the pro-Palestine, the idiots out of Gaza, Hamas, Hezbollah, ISIS, Taliban. Yeah, Emirates, that's the bankroll for Iran. And people just still aren't putting the puzzle pieces together. It's really a shame, and you see these liberal idiot college kids who don't realize that that the country is being invaded. And yeah, it's like yesterday, over the past couple of days, Venezuela had their elections for their new country leader. Well, of course, they announced that what's his face, Maduro, won. But Venezuela, the people that have stayed there, are basically going batshit crazy in the streets saying, no, our exit polls say he got 40% of the vote from the other person. But hey, Maduro's globalist, the guy who's like, he's a communist. He's following the dictator mandates, just like Barry Soetoro is from the Davos dudes. And and we know that Venezuela has been sending their little military up through Central America to cross our southern border. I mean, they finally did release the fact that bozo that was going on TikTok, getting paid by the CCP, he was a member of the Venezuelan army military intelligence. How many other dudes from the military intelligence wing of the Venezuelan government have crossed into America? If there's one, there's got to be thousands more. And we know that China's sending over their Red Army they land on the western coast of Mexico and come up through California. So yeah, we have been invaded. And they're just waiting for the signal to start the shit. But so many people just don't get it. And Cami Poop is, she's pro. She wants to see. She claims to be her heritage is from Africa, but she's not. I mean, maybe if we go back several generations on her father's side, but they're saying that her father's side ancestors were the ones who were selling their own prisoners to the British to relocate and force people into forced labor. So, and when you look at her rallies, it's like all stupid DEI women. Cami Poop wants everybody to be dropped down to the lowest common denominator. That's the goal of the Democrats. And they're Democrat socialists. Whenever you hear that, it's bad news. Total bad news. And people are, it's like people are now, the U.S. State Department has made the announcement for all U.S. citizens to get the hell out of Lebanon. Well, yeah, in the late 70s, that's when the precursor to Khomeini, they started shitting Beirut. Beirut used to be known as the Paris of the Middle East. Well, now it's basically a war-torn city. And, yeah, Beirut is the second city next to Tehran. Tehran is where the bigwigs reside and give orders to. Then their number 2 city is Beirut. And they're saying, oh, Israel doesn't want to be fighting on 2 sides. I go, they already have been. They're not fighting on 2 sides. They're fighting on 3 sides, the north, south, and the east. To the west, they've got the Mediterranean. But will the ships from China or from Iran come up through the Suez Canal and start firing shit? I have them kind of hanging out in the Mediterranean and have them start firing stuff into Israel from the west? They want to destroy it. And once they destroy Israel, they'll go after their next big target would be Rome, to destroy the Vatican. Yeah, all you good Christians, stop being bleeding heart liberals. You got to toughen up. There's a lot who stop bitching about a woman's right to complete and confidential health care. Start working on getting rid or locking down the idiots that have come into America and those that are trying to take over Europe and the UK. We need to destroy these idiots. There's a lot happening with them, and the DEI people, diversity, equity, inclusion crap, all it is a form of communism to bring everybody down. And it's kind of sick because we've got Rachel and Henry leaning towards that. And Henry needs to wake up because, hey, he, through Victoria, he's actually related to distant cousins to the Romanovs. And what happened to the Romanovs in 1918? Here's somebody who was supposed to be so good at international history and this and that. She doesn't realize that if they keep supporting this crap, because he's a royal, he and his family and she may end up in the same situation as Nicholas and Alexandra Romanov in 1918 and their kids. Keep promoting this crap and they're going to go after every single person like that. Some people may think what I'm saying is crazy, but these are the images and the information that I'm receiving. Yeah, it's like, and there's going to be now a financial audit of that charity, Invictus. It's going to be ordered because right now they're saying in 27 it's going to be, they want to do it in Birmingham, England. Well, with all the members of the invading army, Birmingham is like up for grabs right now. It's a mess. And the city is basically going broke because the illegals, the people who are praying 5 times a day, want everything on a platinum platter, and the city's going broke providing for their religious needs. So someone is going to go in and do an extreme financial audit, forensic accounting, and they'll discover how much money Henry and Rachel have taken out of that charity for fraudulent use. And don't be surprised if there is a court case brought up about them on fraud, charitable fraud. Because if they're going to investigate in the UK, it's going to cross over here to the US, North America, and Canada. They're going to be, this upcoming winter in Whistler, Canada, alleged games. Whoever's working up there, there's going to be scrutiny on all the finances. Every single penny, Canadian penny, will need to be accounted for. And unfortunately, she's not going to be able to raid the coffer for a whole new wardrobe. She's going to have to shop in her own closet. Yeah, maybe somebody might send her an electric iron or a steamer for a pre-holiday gift, and with instructions on how to use it. But the financial audit will expose a lot, including the nonsense about the house and the alleged kids. Like I said, it's gonna be a money person. Like the IRS is going to ask for actual proof of those kids because they want to use them as tax deductions. The UK will want to see actual physical proof so they can issue them their National Health Service, their NHS cards, put them on the NHS rolls. It's going to be those kind of entities that will prove or disprove his offspring. So, yeah, I've got a busy day ahead, and so I'm going to get going. I hope that the other kids in Southport, UK, Merseyside, Liverpool area, they're able to heal up and recover from the trauma. And they said Taylor Swift sent a message, and I'm like, well, Taylor had better. It was probably somebody who couldn't stand her, and that's why he targeted that dance yoga class. And hey, at our next few concerts, maybe she should pass the hat around to help the families out of everyone that was injured and the other little girls in the class for some therapy because of the trauma, what they saw happened. They're going to need to talk to some professionals. So, yeah. Taylor, yeah, coming up in a few weeks will be the preseason Chiefs game. Ask your fans to everybody kick in $1 or their spare change in their pocket and send that out to the families and everybody of the people, of those little girls and those two teachers for that dance class, because they're all going to need psychiatric help, along with, let's put it this way, knife wounds leave a scar. So those little girls will need to have some plastic surgery, because I don't want to say cosmetic surgery, but reconstructive, to hide the scars so they're not bullied for their appearance later on in school. Yeah, it's not cosmetic surgery, it's reconstructive surgery. And yeah, the NHS may put that as a low-level priority, but if the Taylor Swift fans can gather together and create a fund for those little girls, because they may not need the reconstructive surgery until 10 years from now. But make sure it's available. So, yeah, everybody have a good evening. Next video goes up on Thursday. Thank you for watching, and yeah, we've got the super thanks and stickers all down there, and if you feel inclined, go for it. I'm thankful for all the inquiries about readings, and stay safe, keep your eyes open, and life will be bountiful for all of us. Thank you. Bye-bye.